offense set to begin the drive. They've been outplayed early, no question. Down 14-0 already as they come up 1st and 10. And they're able to get this one across the 35. A quick first down pickup. Good start after going 3 and out on their opening drive.
I have to admit, I'm excited by that play call and the end result, because this is a team that's down big early in the first quarter, and a lot of teams will just panic, abandon the playbook, and just start firing the ball all over the place. It's way too early for that. Stick to what works for you.
Down double digits, and we talked about their game plan being both running and passing there. You're right. They're sticking to the game plan, getting the ground game going.
A lot of football left to be played.
Let's make these babies cry all the way back home. Catch it. Check, check.
And he'll give it here to his running back. He's got the first down here inside the 30 and down to the 27-yard line. Now a timeout being called as there's an injured Titan down on the field. While the trainers take a look, we'll step aside. Block now on first down. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off down near the 5. And a terrific return as he'll take it up past the 35. So more problems here in this first quarter. Already 2 scores down, and here they give away the football.
And if I'm the head coach, I think it's time to start lighting a fire under some of these guys. Now, you have to do it within your personality. They can't perceive it as fake. But I'd go get after some guys because...
And he fires one that's intercepted. John Johnson with the INT. And the return comes to a halt right at the 44-yard line. It had been a near-perfect beginning to this football game. Already a double-digit lead first quarter, but there, first misstep.
And you know how it is, partner. Sometimes when everything's going right, you start to feel like you can do just about anything you want on the field. This one didn't work out. If I were him, I'd go to my defensive captain and say, pick me up, my man. Help me out.
So that one a disaster. A big loss there with second down coming up.
Check back, check back. 58 for Mike.
Now Locke. Eluding the pressure right. And he's got his man in stride, complete. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. 27 yards there, a first down. Now a play fake, and here's Locke. Incomplete, but a penalty flag is down in the backfield. Let's get the call. They're backed up here with a 1st and 20 now after the holding penalty. They fake the handoff. Now Locke. Forced out to his left. And they will not get the connection there. It's incomplete.
Yeah, that one sailed on him. You've got to make sure you give your receiver a chance to come down inbounds because they are very gifted. They'll make the circus catches, but they make them out of bounds. That does you no good.
Here as he's taken down. DeForest Buckner make that now 8 sacks for him on the season.
Well, someone's been up to the task so far in this game. They are already up a couple of scores, Brandon, and guess what? I think they're just going to pin their ears back now and get upfield and get after the quarterback.
Been such an impressive first half to get that lead. And that's going to wind up incomplete. However, we do have a flag down. Let's check in with our referee. A big play there. So the big play means just like that, they'll operate from the red zone now on first down. And he'll get it here to the 10-yard line. 6 yards on the pickup, and that'll bring us to the end of the first quarter. 14-0 the score. This is the NFL on EA Sports.
Bengals 14, Titans nothing.
2nd and 4. And they'll lose yardage here. They go backwards to the 13-yard line. They'll wind up losing 3. And now it's 3rd down. Looking to throw. And that'll bring up 4th down as his Cincy defense stands up on 3rd.
They certainly had good starting field position on that drive, but couldn't do anything with it after 3 plays. Have to admit that that's a disappointment. disappointing end to excellent field position. When that drive started, they had 6 points that they were thinking about.
So they do get 3 points, but that's now 3 drives with only the 3 points, not a ratio that's going to win you many ball games.
Not at all, Brandon. And think about it this way. We all know payoff is the key, right? And wouldn't we love to have the concession on every T-shirt that's been printed in football that says finish on it? Because that's the mantra everywhere. Got to be able to finish drives, put points on the board.
Taken about 7 yards deep. And he'll just sit on this one as their drive will start at the 25. The Bengals drive about to get going. And last time wasn't pretty. One play and an interception. We'll see if they can do better.
I want to see if they want to go ahead and throw the ball again now on this drive after what happened on the last one. Throw it on the first play. Give the quarterback some confidence.
See what happens. They're going to get 9 here on first down as he gets this one up to the 34-yard line. Maybe a good spot to take a shot. Here's 2nd and a yard from the 34.
Brings up 2nd and 1.
They'll look to throw here. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down.
And the Bengals first
Barkley. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. 12 more yards there and another first down.
And that's the big fella's M.O. right there. Running through tackles, keeping the sticks moving forward. This defense, if you don't bring 11 guys to the ball to try and get him on the ground, he's going to keep making runs like that. I feel the press box shaking every time he touches the rock.
They'll run with Barkley. Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8.
Oh, that's a real nice job there by the defensive front. They just engaged and held their ground. But how about the guy who made the play? We often talk about whether they take a good first step or not. Many times you just don't take any step. Just get your feet moving, get your body going, and then once he made the read, he was able to make the play.
They'll wind up losing 3 yards here. And that'll bring up a 3rd and 11 situation. Escape into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 33. And he's able to get it back here to the 43-yard line. Well, he went on the move there and started rolling out. I thought there was a window, but that window closed quickly, intercepted.
And sometimes, despite how big your arm talent is, you don't get enough on a throw when you're on the move as opposed to setting your feet and stepping into one. That may have been the case there, and the defense certainly benefited.
16 yards right off the bat and a first down. They'll look to throw. He's going to loft one deep over the middle. That's going to be caught. And into the end zone for a Tennessee touchdown. And correct me if I'm wrong, that was just a simple fly route, wasn't it?
No, there's nothing to correct at all. You've got it down pat. And I just remember as a player, when I'd be in practice sessions and I'd hear 9 from the receivers, that meant fly route, go, look out. That was the 9, and he just kept going all the way into the end zone for the touchdown.
Bailey now to kick it away after the touchdown. Taken about 7 yards deep, and no effort to bring this one out. It's a touchback.
At their own 25-yard line.
That's the reason we ball for. Circle round twice for the encore. If you know, you know.
The Bengals drive about to get going. And in enemy territory last time through the interception. We'll see what they do on this drive.
Can't wait to see how it alters what they decide to do in play calling. Do they continue to throw the ball? Do they want to lean more on the running game? It'll be an interesting sequence of plays that they've got coming up.
Does it often affect the play calling with the interception? How much does that change what you do?
I think it does depending on why the interception was thrown. Sometimes it's just a matter of the defense made a great play, so you continue to come back. But if it's on you, if the offense just doesn't have the confidence, if they're a little bit shaky, maybe try and take the pressure off and run the ball a little bit.
They'll get 8 on the scramble there. It'll be 2nd and a couple.
Brings up 2nd and 2.
On 2nd down, here's Barkley. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. 27 yards there, a first down.
Exactly what they needed right there, because they needed to use the ground game to take some pressure off, because the quarterback's been struggling a little bit.
This is Barkley. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4. 2 minutes remaining in this first half of football.
6-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 4.
A reminder, once we hit halftime, as we do all season, we'll send it down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have all the stats and scores from games in progress around the NFL.
The best multitasker in the business, the coach.
And a short gain here, down to the 22.
At the 22-yard line. It's a gain of a yard.
From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. Oh, this is going to depend on the spot, but it's not a very generous one. He looks to be about a yard or so short. He needed 3. He got 2. Now that'll set up an interesting situation here on 4th and a yard. And no move to get the offense off the field. They'll stay put on 4th and 1. And he picks up the first down yardage as he takes it down to the 16. A solid pickup of 5 and a very solid 4th down conversion. And defensively, pure frustration. The 4th down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on 1st down. Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. That's going to be caught at the 10-yard line. And he'll take this into the end zone for a Bengal TD.
For the extra.
A 16-yard touchdown. And the Bengals are able to grow their lead. It's good, and it's 21-10.
Makes the score Bengals 21, Titans 10.
McCann's got it teed up. Fields it in the middle of the end zone. And all deep in his own territory, he coughs up the football. And we've got a penalty marker down here as he's able to get this only to the 20-yard line. Well, that holding call set him up with not great field position.
Not at all when you tack on the penalty. With that field position after the return wasn't terrific, it's not a great starting field position as well.
So the special teams penalty cost some yardage there as they come out on 1st and 10. Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. He's got his man on the crossing route. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. The big gainer there on the catch and run, 37 yards. The big play has him all the way out near midfield for a 1st and 10. From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. The Bengal pressure gets him that time. Down he goes. The Titans going to use the first of their timeouts, as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. After the sack, it's 2nd and 19, and the road gets a bit tougher from here. He's going to float this one deep right side. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be 3rd down.
Early on, the running game's been working well, and the offensive line has been pleased by that. The thought process there, catch those safeties creeping up, trying to help against the running game. They tried to hit them over the top, unsuccessfully.
And that is incomplete.
Well, they came up with points in their first 2 possessions, but it looks like they'll come up empty here on their 3rd drive. The defense finally starting to get locked into them a little bit. Might have to go a little bit deeper into their playbook on their next possession.
His first punt, 45 yards. This looks good as well. This is taken at the 18. A 41-yard punt there with no return. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. The Bengals drive about to get going. And the ball backed way up. So thinking with this amount of time on the clock, probably just sit on it, and we'll see these two teams go to the lockers.
Yeah, I don't think you want to overthink it in this situation. Either side of the ball. Just go ahead and finish up the half and get on out and talk about it.
Now the Bengals going to use the first of their timeouts, as the clock will stop with 18 seconds to go in the first half. Now on 1st down, he'll drop to throw it. And that'll be incomplete with 11 seconds remaining now. So 2nd down, still 10 yards to go. Ball on the 43.
2nd down and 10.
He'll let this go deep for Sutton. And this is incomplete with a clock showing just 3 seconds left.
And Sutton, incomplete. It's third down and 10 yards.
So now 3rd and 10. A big play to start the drive, but nothing since. Now it's Barkley. And they're going to mark him down short, maybe by about a yard, if that. We have hit halftime. Still 2 more quarters to go. We'll take a timeout. We'll be back after this. You're watching the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. It's in the game. The Titans going to get the ball to start the second half, and they trail here as we get back to it on EA Sports. And that'll be a little too hot to handle as it will skip through the end zone for a touchback here. Tennessee offense about set and ready to go. They'll try and start this drive in the air. Throwing left side, it's complete. And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39. He was held without a catch in the first half, but he's got one here, and he also picks up a first down. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football, and the Bengals grab it. And they are going to set up shop at the 32-yard line. A little careless with the football, and he also had a fumble loss last week, didn't he?
He certainly did, and when I'm watching him play, the one thing that comes to mind is always remember, traffic, turbulence, people around you, 2 hands. Get 2 hands on the ball. Grip it tight. I know it looks cool to have it in one hand. Put it away, tuck it away, because you've got to take care of the ball.
And nearly picked it off. He had a chance to come down with that in the end zone, but it'll wind up just being incomplete.
Now 2nd and 10.
On 2nd down now, Barkley. And he'll go down at the 26, following a gain of 6.
He was brought down.
Frustrating for a defense, energizing for an offense. Finding a way to create that type of yardage in your running game, that'll make the guys carrying the ball very, very happy.
They'll go to Barkley again, and he'll lose yardage here, going down back at the 28. This offense converted once on 4th down earlier. Now they're out there again to try once more. Back to throw here. And that is going to be incomplete. The Bengals try it, but it doesn't work out. And as a result, it'll be Titan football on the turnover on downs. The Titans offense set to begin the drive. And the turnover last time, that's sort of been symptomatic of their struggles here in this one.
Big word. I like it now because you're exactly right.
Like that, don't you?
All game long, they've struggled moving the ball, turning it over on the last possession. Is that word again, symptomatic?
Yeah.
I like that.
Your analysis, symptomatic of the success of this broadcast.
What I like is that you gave me the word, and I just kept using it. I'm sure this isn't a novel thought, but maybe run some simpler routes instead of trying to get it all back in one shot. Defense certainly appears to be ready for them. Try and get it back little by little instead of in big chunks.
So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10. And he's going to be swallowed up. Sacked back at the 45-yard line. Well-timed effort there by Derwin James. A sack from his safety position. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. He's going to air, and that's caught inside the 30.
That's good.
And he will have a Titans first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. The defense shaking their heads, not aggressive enough, and they allow him to convert a 3rd and 18. Now throwing on 1st down and completing it. And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7. Another big hitter there. This one good for 18.
1st and goal.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And that'll move him a little closer as he takes it from the 7 down to the 4-yard line.
And Brad, they went to a nickel defense, and that's a surprise this close to the goal line, because ordinarily you use the back end of the end zone, the sidelines as extra defenders, and you want bigger people on the field to try and help against the run.
On 2nd and goal, they'll give it to him again. And into the end zone for a Tennessee touchdown. A great play there. His 9th touchdown of the season. And the Titans are able to make this a close game again. People always talk about one of his biggest strengths running the football, vision, and he found the spot there, went into the end zone.
You're exactly right about that. It wasn't just the vision, right? Once he saw the gap, decisiveness, made up his mind, and about the power to finish the play. Not only did he get good blocking, he created his own space as well.
Now the Titans leaving the offense out there. They'll go for 2. They'll look to throw. And he's got it. So the try for 2 successful. And with it, they're back within a field goal. 21. Bailey now to kick it away after the touchdown. Takes this about 5 yards deep. And he'll just take a seat, and the drive will begin at the 25-yard line.
25-yard line.
The Bengals drive about to get going. And on the last drive, they were in field goal range. They just opted not to kick it, didn't get it. How does that change the mentality this go-around?
I don't think it changes much for the head coach because this is what he preaches all the time. Attack at all times in any spot on the field, and he likes touchdowns, not field goals. Now, your field goal kicker, you've got to make sure you nurse him through and say, okay, don't worry about it. When we need you, you've got to be ready to go. And the team, of course, loves to see points on the board. So let's see if it changes a little bit if they're in the same spot again.
Yeah, we'll see what the decision is here if they get to that spot. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. Boy, a pair of big plays here. This one going for 29. So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10. Again, it's Barkley. And this time they're able to bottle him up as they'll stop him at the line of scrimmage.
Brought down.
Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd down.
Gain on the play. 2nd and 10. At the Titans' 16-yard line.
Back to throw now on 2nd and 10. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off at the 18, the 40, past the 20, 10. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown.
Well, I think we all know the turnovers have a way of deciding games, and before you say something snarky, I realize that's not particularly astute. But in this case, how about the evidence right here in the 3rd quarter? They've got the lead, moving the football, things looking good, and then...
Yeah, so now a flip on the scoreboard with that pick 6, and I don't know, the rest of the 2nd half shaping up to be very interesting. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6. And now the kick is away. This taken in about 4 yards deep. And it'll come out to the 25 as he will not attempt to return.
5-yard line.
The Bengals drive about to get going. And last time, decent field position through the pick 6. Obviously costly.
But they can't afford to just bunker in now. All right, good field position means go ahead and attack on offense. Try and press the advantage a little bit. They just have to be better with the football on this possession.
So the last one didn't bother you too much last time.
No, because it's exactly what you're supposed to do. You can't have good field position, not try to take advantage of it. Sometimes the defense makes a good play, too.
They go play action here on 1st down. They'll let this go deep for Sutton. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off at the 24. And the return this time will go out to the 42-yard line. Boy, what a turnaround. They exited the lockers with a nice lead, and now all of this. What's happened?
So when you start to write your novel, you'll start out with, it was a tale of 2 halves, won't you?
But I'm a bad writer.
I don't know exactly what happened because sometimes teams can go in with a lead and get too comfortable, too relaxed, and a couple of things go wrong, and it's hard to get back that good feeling.
2nd and 8 at the 43-yard line.
The play-action fake. They'll look to throw. Finding a safety valve here. That's complete. And he'll go down, and that will do it for the 3rd quarter of action. Back now in Nashville.
25.
It's the Titans. They've got the football. They'll be looking to extend their lead here as we begin the 4th quarter. Now a handoff here to his running back. And he's got this down to the 35. Same exact result as last play, a pickup of 11. Now, I'm guessing you'd say this is kind of the key here. Grind out some yardage, work on that clock, see if you can continue to tick it down.
Definitely, you want to bleed things out at this point, right? Continue to possess the football, gain some yardage, and put the onus on the defense. Do they have to use timeouts? What are they going to do to stop you? You're taking charge.
15 more there, and they're on a roll. It's another first down.
At the 20-yard line.
And they give this time to the tailback. And he'll take this down for about 4 yards, down to the 15.
Davion Taylor on the stop.
When you find that kind of yardage, you couldn't be more confident as a ball carrier. And guess what? You're going to go back and tell your offensive coordinator, I'd like to keep carrying it, thank you.
And they get to him quickly here as he stopped right around the 13.
He was brought down.
Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
On 3rd and short, they'll try and pick it up through the air. And he will score. Touchdown, Titans. From 13 yards out. And the Titans find a way to stretch their lead.
On that 3rd down call, the goal was to get the ball to their tight end and pick up a first down, but he wasn't satisfied with just that. They got the first down. That was the gravy. He decided to take in the whole meal and rumbled in for a touchdown.
Taken about 7 yards deep. And this will not be returned. It'll come out to the 25.
25-yard line.
The Bengals drive about to get going. And the script really is flipped for them. The momentum on the other sideline, and now they have to try and battle back from a 2-score deficit. Oh, he's going to look downfield for Barkley. And now here is another interception. Picked off near the 32. And they are going to set up shop at the 32-yard line.
At their own 32-yard line.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. And he'll get this only up to about the 35. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
Brandon, you know how many times we've done games, and at the start of the 4th quarter, we see both teams hold up the 4 fingers, 4th quarter is ours. Well, how about this drive? You saw the 4 fingers for 4-minute offense, and this offensive line has really hunkered down and established themselves.
Now, this is where they say, put the game on our shoulders, we'll lead the way, right?
No doubt about it, and let me tell you, if you're a running back, all you want to do is get behind those big fellas, have a little vision, and find some space.
And a solid way to do that on the first play of the drive there. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And I think this defense knew what was coming as he is smothered behind the line.
Brandon, it's clearly a running situation when you're up in the 4th quarter. They're going to have to stack the box and make it difficult for them to move the ball.
Made it very difficult right there. Now they need to repeat that effort.
Yeah, bring 7, 8, 9, whatever it's going to take to slow him down.
And he's got another first down as the tackle's going to be made at the Bengals' 31-yard line. Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. Now they'll throw here out of the gun. And he's going to go down. They get to him back at the 40. Mack Wilson in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year. If nothing else, they've already taken a couple minutes off the clock here already as they come up 2nd down. Now it looks like he'll throw here. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down.
Even without a ton of pressure in his face, it just shows how difficult it is to pick apart his own defense. Those guys are sitting back, and they're not playing receivers as much as they're playing the eyes of the quarterback and when he delivers the ball.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. There goes a deep ball, end zone. Got a man, and it's taken in for a Titans touchdown. A nice throw there by the 2nd-year quarterback.
And I don't believe that was the kind of play he would have made as a rookie, because usually your rookie season, is a continuation of your college days. A lot of one read, and if you don't have it, you just take off and go. Now he's settled in the pocket a little bit more, reading the field and getting to his second and sometimes third progression. That was a nice play.
Fielded near the back of the end zone. And he'll decide to not bring this one out as their drive will begin at the 25. The Bengals drive about to get going. And after all those wins that they've reeled off, it seems that they finally have met their match in a big fourth quarter hole. But still, what a run it's been. It feels like they have not lost in forever. And nearly another interception. They've been around the ball all game.
We've seen that the deep ball's been a part of their game plan all afternoon, but they've had trouble hooking up on it, unable to successfully find the end zone over the top.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. That's going to be caught by Samuel. A big seam, and he might go all the way. And all the way in for a Cincinnati score. Curtis Samuel, his 6th touchdown of the season. And the Bengals are able to draw a bit closer.
For the extra point.
And yeah, that touchdown counts for their team, but I think it counts more for the fantasy guys, doesn't it?
Yeah, it's just something maybe positive to look at on film, but this one's over, let's be honest.
Yeah, I agree with you totally on that one.
28.
And this is going to be recovered by the hand team. And that should just about put a capper on this one. They knew they needed a miracle. They had to have that onside kick. They didn't get it.
Well, as we knew, even before they put the toe to the leather on that one, their chances of getting that done, slim and none. And I do believe we saw Slim just leave the door, didn't we?
We did indeed. I think we're down to none. That'll go as a loss of 5. And it'll be a 2nd and long. They're going to look to throw. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he'll be down at the 46. So they go from 146 to the other on a pickup of 8. So this one, a Tennessee Titan victory. And they were buoyed, Charles, by a big second half that put this one on ice.
So you get the sense that whatever was said at halftime obviously hit home. I think it's a little bit more than that, though. Obviously, there are words that are said, and, hey, come on, guys, we have to play better. But sometimes it's just sharpening your execution, sharpening your focus, and maybe doing the things you practiced all week without major adjustments, just doing them better. And that got it done in this one.
So for Tennessee, the playoffs may be out of reach, but the win gets them to 4-8 on the year. And they'll get to stay home again next week as the Pittsburgh Steelers come to town. Meanwhile, for Cincinnati, there will be no perfect season here as the win streak to start the year ends at 11. And they'll be at home for one next week as the Baltimore Ravens come to town. Thanks for